What's up, crypto legends? The price of Bitcoin finally broke out from this descending channel wedge structure, hitting the 50% Fibonacci. We were mentioning about this level yesterday on the live stream, the $67,500 range, to get a reaction, get the price action to try and break through it, but overall consolidate at that zone. This is exactly what is happening to Bitcoin at this area. In today's episode, we're talking about the scenarios to the upside and to the downside. What are the levels that we need to take into consideration? Now, we're also taking a look here at a few things. Of course, we do have the liquidation heat map. There is quite a lot of liquidity right now, sitting above $68,000. And we're also taking a look at a little bit of news that is very interesting. Guys, I want to let you know that there is a competition going on right now on Bybit, okay? This is the Trade Masters Grand Prix. There is $2 million worth of US dollar tether as prize pool, and also $2.3 million in rewards. I will be leaving the link down below in the description, okay? If you have an account, why not join here this competition? It is based on how much volume you can move, okay? Make sure to check it out. You do have all of the instructions down below here. With this competition, I will be leaving the link right away. Of course, if you cannot sign up for Bybit based on restrictions, you do have a great platform, which is 𝗬�UE, guys. Low fees, and you also get $20,000 deposit bonus with the link in the description. Now let's go right away here through the scenarios on Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin right now did get that breakout, okay? We're talking about a possible scenario. We also talked about a long setup here as we were hitting the previous day value area low, okay? This was yesterday. We're looking at this fake out right over there, and for the price to get a possible recovery from that previous day value area low. Look at the fake out that we created here when we do take a look at the session volume profile. We were very much aware yesterday on this possible scenario. So we're looking at this movement to the downside. You can see that previous day value area low that held very, very nicely as support right there, and just getting that reaction as you can see here on the chart. So just dipping slightly beneath it, getting above it. We were saying, hey, this could actually recover. Did anybody get into that long position that we mentioned on the live stream here just yesterday? Let me know down below in the comment section. Now let's go right away here through the levels, of course, today. Nobody cares what happened yesterday. Tell me the levels today, right? Let's talk about that right away, guys. First of all, let's get the volume profile here on the chart, because this is a range where the price is reacting. It is resistance, and this no doubt could roll down. Now, what is very interesting is to see the highs created today are very close to the highs that were created on Monday, the 18th of March, okay? Now, what is important and what is crucial about this zone right over here is that we do have the 618 Fibonacci from the all-time high to the low here created just yesterday. Now, you can see how these highs from Monday are exactly where we do have the 618, okay? This zone is going to be extremely important. Now, if you do manage to get a massive blast through, this is going to be incredibly bullish for the price of Bitcoin to get the continuation. Of course, if you blast through this level with high volume, you're looking for this massive high volume right there, which is at the 618 Fibonacci, to flip as support. So just say we have an explosive move up. This will be looking very good to flip as support. This resistance zone to flip as support and continue to the upside. A level of rejection, no doubt, is the 7/8 Fibonacci, where we do have a lower high, which is right over here from the 15th of March on Friday. This is sitting at $70,700. We could hit that 7/8 Fibonacci here if we do get an explosive breakout and create a swing failure pattern based on the rejection of the 7/8, get a pretty decent pullback of several $100s, and then look for this zone to flip as support. So far, guys, we are predicting these movements, okay? Pure speculation, of course, till it happens. But overall, we're very much aware where the price could react. We were talking about here below $68,000. We're going to react at this zone and pull back a few $100s. This is basically what has been happening today. So when we talk about the levels, we talk about the possibility of the projection and where we could react to those levels, right? As you can see here, this is what we mentioned on the channel, right? Levels to actually get those reactions so we can get into a trading setup. Now, let me just go through this scenario, because if we do not break out successfully, I mean, this no doubt is a rejection level. The 618 Fibonacci, I'm talking about the $68,900. We could hit $69,000, hit the highs here from Monday, and create an epic swing failure pattern from that level to drop several $100s. No doubt that this is definitely a possibility. You can manage risk very well. You could pull back several $100s and take some profits. Now, what we need to be aware of course, is that you are in an uptrend, right, during the last 24 to 48 hours. So if you swing failure pattern from this level and drop a few $100s, you're looking for this resistance to flip as support. You might just continue the uptrend and blast through here. So you will get rejected. Will you be fast enough to take some profits? Okay, just in case you do not break down and you're just going to create a higher low. Of course, that is always up to the trader. Make sure to look for those local levels of resistance that could flip into support. Even though you create a swing failure pattern here, you are in that local uptrend, right? Creating higher highs and higher lows. So make sure to be responsible right over there with the trading setups. These are the levels to the upside. What are the most important levels to the downside? Hey, because Andy, we are hitting, that 50% Fibonacci. We're not managing to get above here, this high volume zone here, like you mentioned on yesterday's live stream. What happens if we do roll down from this point? Okay, well, obviously we are looking at certain support levels. Also, the speculation that we had yesterday was when you break out from a descending wedge structure, you usually form a kind of an inverted head and shoulder. So you usually get the breakout of that descending channel resistance. You get the pullback here to backtest the lower high resistance as support, okay, and then possibly get the flip right there, and you're forming an inverted head and shoulder. This always forms on a breakout of a descending wedge or a channel. It's always like that. It's just how it moves, and this is why we could speculate that if we do get a decent pullback here to certain levels, that we could be maintaining as support. I'm going to show you exactly what we want to see on the chart here so we can actually get into the long position. So going through here, looking at the session volume profile, of course, what we want to take into consideration is, hey, look at these lows right over here. This is where we did get support and resistance the last few days. Here on Sunday, we did get that support. Here on Tuesday, we did get that resistance. Now, if you were to go down to this zone, this is an incredible area to analyze the situation. We do have lower high resistance that could flip into support, right? Really basic, trend line technical analysis. But overall, we will be hitting some interesting Fibonacci levels, which is, of course, taking a look from the pivot low here of yesterday's move to the upside and downside right there. This pivot low. Why this pivot low? Because we could speculate that this is 5 waves to the upside. We've got 1 wave right there, 2, 3, and we are forming the 4th wave right now, and we're expecting a 5th wave in between today and tomorrow. This is still pure speculation. This could be a fake out. We could be breaking down, but this is why we'll be analyzing the situation very carefully here. We cannot overlap the first wave looking at Elliott wave theory, so we cannot dip beneath $64,400. So if we do come down to $66,000 to $65,000, this is the zone where we are looking for that bounce. This is where we did get that bounce on Sunday here, as you can see, and we could be looking for that inverted head and shoulder scenario and look for the 5th wave here to be very explosive, breaking the highs from today. Of course, we might be just pumping here to the upside from this level. This is only a setup, okay, that we could be looking at. And of course, we would be looking for a double bottom scenario at this $65,000 to $66,000. Like I said, on lower time frames, such as the 15-minute time frame, okay? We're zooming in here. I'm going to explain what we want to see on the chart. Coming down here in a possible 3-wave structure, Fibonacci from the low of the 3rd wave to the high of the 3rd wave right there. you know, 38250%, the common targets for a fourth wave. What I would want to see here is kind of a double bottom scenario, or at least look for the support, okay, of this kind of descending channel that you could be forming right there, okay? Looking for this as a channel setup right there. Getting the move down, get to lower low support trend line, and then look obviously for this range to form a double bottom, and we'll be speculating in a possible long position at this level, which is at the 38250% from this possible wave 3, okay? Interesting zone of interest where the price could get an epic bounce and continue to the upside. This is if we do not break already from the highs right now in the next coming hours. I've mentioned the levels of resistance just a few minutes ago, so make sure to pay attention to these local possible setups, okay? We have the 618 on the higher time frames with these highs, and if we do dip down, okay, I'm looking for that possible range to hold as support. We got a possible inverted head and shoulder, and if you drop very aggressively, there's no limit orders here. If you do drop very aggressively here, guys, then obviously you're not interested in the long, right? This is not catching the falling knife. It's looking at that reaction at this zone. If you do create, look at this. This is exactly the same. Double bottom right there. Bang, double bottom. Bang, double bottom. This is what you're looking for, those double bottoms that are going to give you great risk management and a great long opportunity, okay? Make sure to remain patient for those beautiful double bottoms and double tops. Taking a look at the liquidity right now, of course. Remember, if you are interested in trading, guys, Bybit, #1 crypto trading platform. You do have a great deal down below for my subscribers, 20% fee reduction and also $30,000 worth of bonus. They're going on with that competition at the moment. Registration is open, okay, with a great prize pool. The more volume you move, the better, the better bonus, the better deals you're going to get, right? The prize pool is going to be higher the more volume you move. Let's dive in right away here through the liquidity, okay? Because liquidity right now, currently we do have quite a lot of liquidity above $68,500 approximately. So we could be seeing that 618 Fibonacci being reached here in the next coming hours, okay? Where we could see a possibility of these highs being hit, 68,500, 69. Level of rejection, guys. If we do blast through, that will be bullish. Like I mentioned, we have 7-8 with the swing failure pattern. We could be coming down, bouncing here from this zone. Make sure to remain patient for those consolidations. Let's take a look at a little bit of news here right away. We have BlackRock just filed with the SEC to launch a tokenization fund. The next step is the tokenization of financial assets, and that means every stock, every bond. Absolutely crazy. He's bullish in crypto and tokenization. What we do have here also is big breaking: Saudi Arabia to launch $40 billion in artificial intelligence fund. Crypto is coming. Saudi Arabia, very bullish in artificial intelligence. Guys, remember, if you are interested in doing on-off ramp to change your crypto to euro, for all of those people from Europe, you got the Ka.app, which is extremely easy to use. You have the link down below in the description. It is the third link right over here, as you can see. This is extremely easy to get your crypto profits, flip it into euro, and they're coming out with the debit card very soon, guys. Make sure to check it out. Super easy to use and very low fees. Thank you, and I will see you in the next one.